Guys, today we spectate some crazy players. You're gonna see things from sitting in bathrooms to hiding behind radar dishes and just blinding yourself from things you don't need to be blinded from. Make sure you guys are not doing these simple mistakes and you'll be better at REDSEC in no time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are wasting no time at all spectating local stepdad doing what stepdads do best and sitting in a corner camping. Teammates coming in. We've got two enemies on the rooftop. We're gonna land right here. It's gonna be questionable. Let's see if our teammate comes to help us at all. No, he does not. All right, so if you're in this position and your teammate just lands in and you hear footsteps, don't do this. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory. Look at that. He moved out of his corner and he got a kill. Now, as far as Fi, you want to try your best to get together. There are obviously multiple players here, multiple teams. And if you're separated, you run the risk of getting stacked. Granted, he got 1v1, but the enemy's teammate was on that dude's ass. So even if you wasn't camping, even if you would have won that fight, the teammate would have followed up and got the kill regardless. So you really want to get it together. What we just witnessed from local stepdad is a prime example of, I'd say 30%, which is a good portion of the player base, 30% of players' mentality. You hear footsteps, you hear a lot of them, and you panic and you sit in a corner. Obviously, the end game is going to be, the end result's going to be the fact that you die. You might get a kill, but overall, you will die. Whereas if we were moving around, he could have been looting, could have been getting plates, repositioning, maybe played some cover. But when you put your back in a corner and you got no escape and nowhere to go, an enemy face pushes you, I mean, what are you going to do? You have to just sit there. There's no movement that you can produce. Dude, it is hot to trot, baby. Look at this. Local stepdad finally coming to help his teammate. Now, when Fi is down, when you guys are down, you need to be pinging where enemies are. Local stepdad might not know there's 1,000 teams here. He might not. I don't know why I wouldn't, but he might not. So ping it. Ping that shit. Knife him. Knife him. Knife him. Gain him. Oh, don't knife the wine bottle. No, come on, man. That's some good ass wine. You're killing the Italian in me, man. Tips and tricks right for that one. Knife the enemy. I know, it's crazy. You wouldn't think, but you do. You need to do that. All right, so basically what we're seeing from every player is the fact, I mean, there's a lot going on. And again, the more players, the more enemies around. I need to turn my volume down because I can't think straight. The more players and enemies that are around, the more movement you have to have. If you get in a fight and you're just standing still and you don't relocate, you're going to get pushed. Enemies all around you just heard you fighting there. So even if you win the initial fight, guess what? They're coming. And that's what they should be doing. But here we are with Carlos Daniel Silva running solo. I did spectate a game earlier today, and I'll be posting that gameplay probably later next week, where a dude soloed and won the game. Soloed from the beginning. It was actually kind of crazy. Not the best gameplay ever, but that's a story for later. So what do we do now? Well, we're in regain. We need to loot. We need to do objectives. We need to start doing things. And why? Well, you see these little bars over here? You can't tell what they are, but as you level up, you get different upgrades to your class. For instance, recon classes, the more you do, the more you succeed, the more your characters level up, and then you can eventually do things like recon drone with a bomb. You know what I mean? So you want to always be doing something. We've been seeing a lot of players this last week just kind of get a couple things to loot, sit in a building, maybe get in a gunfight, play the hill, play the rotation, which is okay. But again, you want to try to maximize everything you can to help your late game situation, and doing objectives is just going to be a great way to do that. Also, guys, please make sure you're building some form of loadout and getting it. The amount of players I'm watching just walk past the loadout is just crazy. Look, I'm gonna keep this short, but if you're looking for a new controller, check out AIM controllers after this video. I'll link it in the description as well as the pinned comment. Build your dream controller. You can deck it out to match Battlefield, Call of Duty, whatever your favorite game is. You can interchange the face plates using magnets. They have TMR joysticks, which means very responsive, great feedback, and no stick drift. And on top of that, obviously the paddles are amazing. Use code SAVAGE at checkout for a massive fucking discount, boys. Let's get back to it. So from this gameplay right here, because he's solo, I want to see him, he didn't have to get super aggro, but when it comes to fighting, I don't want to see him run away. I want to see him try to practice winning 1v2s. Because whether you're playing solo or not, there's a good chance half of the time in your gameplay, your teammate's going to die and you're going to be alone. And when people feel that pressure, they freeze and they collapse and they just basically give up. So you want to try your best in situations like this to take advantage of it. You're by yourself. What's the worst case scenario? You die and have to restart and maybe get a teammate? Cool, bet. Let's get active with it. Please don't go to the chopper. Not really much going on around us, at least according to the mini-map. We've got the airdropping rewards. You've got the streak over there. All right, let's see what he does. If he can get really active with this and fly, then switch to the gunner, get some kills, fly, switch to the gunner, that would be sick to see. But since we're spectating randos, I don't really foresee that happening. I'm not sure what he's doing besides trying not to crash. Obviously, it looks like he's scouting for players, which would be amazing. I would love to see him scout for enemies and then maybe dive on them and again get active, or switch to the gunner seat and get some kills. Oh no, dude, I didn't want to say it because I was like, I don't want to jinx myself, but I had a weird feeling he's about to come to the rooftop and maybe camp. I do hear a footstep. I don't know if it's up here, but I do hear a footstep. There's a guy around this building. All right, that was exhilarating gameplay. There's the guy in the building. Look at that, weird. He was below us the whole time, crazy. All right, well, he died. Raise your hand if you're surprised. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. And here we have Nico, and Meow sitting in a corner, praying to the loot gods. I can't believe that dude just died to these dudes. I cannot believe that. And look, this goes back to the video I put out the other day. If you're taking vehicles to get from point A to point B, that's fine, but don't just be flying around aimlessly with no direction and then just jump out without scanning the entire area. I heard the footstep in the building. Obviously he didn't, but even if we didn't hear footsteps, when you do jump off, you don't want to just pull your chute instantly and float. You are downtown. You're an easy target, obviously. You think these guys have the greatest aim in the world? Fuck no. They were able to beam the shit out of that dude because, again, he made it easy for them. Just fall a little bit and then pull your chute. I know he was trying to like float to the loadout, but we never should have been here in the first place. And again, look, gameplay like this, I'm not hating on anybody that does it. You know, it sucks to die to guys like this. We've all suffered, even campers have suffered from this. But the reason why I hate this is because, again, if they survive to end game, being the last 2, 3, 4 teams, and the enemy teams are actually decent or good, and they're able to play strategy, aim their gun, have the right weapons, things like that, you know, things that help you win, these guys are gonna get fucking fried. And basically this entire match is gonna be a waste. And I don't want you guys wasting your time, not to mention there's a guy right here. And I don't want you guys wasting your time. If you're playing the game, you should probably play the game. Team assist. Woo! Sorry, I'm allergic, dude, to bullshit. My bad. We're just gonna hit fire the fuck out of that one. Okay. Thankfully, our teammate was there to actually hit the enemy, but yeah, don't ever do that. Don't hit fire. Just cant that sight. When you're sitting there, when you got like, oh fuck, I gotta zoom. Just cant it. He's got it on there. Look at that red dot. Cant that bitch. Or pull out your other gun. Whatever. But again, we've been seeing a lot of people playing slow. Not as many as I thought, to be fair. Oh no, fuck no, ultimate campers. But it's just gonna hurt your own gameplay in the long run. You guys are doing this. You're not getting better. You're not practicing reading the map. I promise you guys, these dudes do not read the map. They're just sitting here camping the bodies, hoping for free kills. And honestly, I really hope they survive to end game so we can watch them lose. That actually wasn't bad. I want to hate on them. That's why I kind of just froze for a second. I was like, what can I say to make fun of them? But they full sent the zip line. The enemy should have had at least one of us. We probably still would have won the fight because it's a 2v1, but nonetheless, decent shots. Good aggression. I do like to see it. But yeah, guys, look, again, you don't have to just run at every enemy you see, but you want to be actively, again, trying to level up your character so you can get cooler shit, trying to get the loot that you need, trying to look around and find enemies, try to read situations. I love how instead of taking the zip on the backside, we're gonna wait for our teammate to bleed out. I understand he was waiting for him to fall, but I wouldn't even waited. Even though he couldn't fall, we didn't know that. Just the moment he got shot, run out that back window, go up the zip, and try again to do exactly what you just did to the last dude you killed. Very easy. Or at least an easy attempt. You might have died, but again, we'll never know. And now we have to risk our life for redeploy. And this is where risk versus reward comes to play, guys. Look, this is going to be a lot harder to get your teammate back than games like Warzone. Apex, I don't know, that game is pretty hard, but compared to Warzone, it's a lot harder to get your teammates back. You don't have a buy station you can just run to. You don't have flares. You have to fight for it, and you have to find one to fight over. So that should hopefully bring players together to fight together and work together instead of just doing what we just witnessed. If your teammate is in dire need and you don't want to end up being like this and trying to get them back, fight together. I do like that now, after all this time, we've been spectating them for what, 5 minutes, 6 minutes? Seems like he's finally making his way to loadout. We do have the redeploy over here, though. He might be going to. I think that's exactly where he's going to. And look, not everyone's got loadouts. I get it, dude. A lot of players are playing this free. Careful. You've got 2 teams here fighting. That's very unfortunate. It's time to call an audible. To be fair, he's gonna go through it. I love it, but with all the buildings around here and the fact there's 2 teams fighting, it's gonna be a very hard fight. I don't know if it's gonna be winnable. But going back to what I was saying, I know a lot of people don't have loadouts because they're playing the free-to-play version. They haven't leveled up the guns, whatever. So when when I talk about get your loadout drop, if you guys don't have like metal loadouts, that's fine. Use what you can. Get familiar with all the weapons. Now look, we talk about this in literally every video I've posted, all 3 of them so far. When you don't know where the enemies are, players instinctively want to crouch walk and play slow. You're now an easy target. We're out in the open. Granted, we have a little cover now, but we were out in the open. We're a slow-moving target. So all I got to do is aim and shoot, and I'm going to kill you. Whereas if you're sprinting, sure, the enemy might hear you, but it's going to be harder for them to shoot you if they're on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. I really don't know what our play is. I thought he was going to try to make a play for the redeploy. Very interesting. 10 teams left. I would assume because after the streaks, no one shot a bullet, that one of the teams had died, I would assume. I still would have made a play for it. He is going to do the audible, which I said he probably should have done way earlier than he actually did. But at this point here, we did see some streaks. I would imagine a team would be in one of these buildings or at least rotating down. Regardless, we know there's a team here. The moment this goes red, they're probably going to come. Not gonna lie, I don't know if I jumped on camera, but I jumped inside. That scared the fuck out of me. I got my volume at 100%. I thought I got shot in real life. Oh, there it is. Oh, weird. Oh my god, who would have thought? And so now moving on to Kick, Flipper, and JF. Enemy sounds like he... Thought I heard a footstep, but I could be drunk. Now, I'm not too sure where we're getting shot from, to be honest. And in situations like this, I personally want to get eyes on where the enemies are. Whether I want to fight them now, whether I want to rotate around them, because we will have to rotate eventually that direction. I want to know where they're at so I can start planning accordingly. Again, being aggressive or even passive. Also, situations like this, sniping, shooting, RPGing, don't care. We're only focused on one area. We got to keep looking around. Keep your head on a swivel. Every BR you ever play, or any FPS you ever play, just keep your head on a swivel. Also, I'd want to be checking my back inside too, again, from other teams. There's only 7 left, so the odds of teams behind us isn't that strong, but I like to just not bet on that. All right, we're gonna be rotating around. This is an interesting way to rotate because of the open areas here. Don't really like that. I'd be more rotating either straight in or north. It's not an impossible rotate, but definitely not my favorite. We do see enemies on the left-hand side, right by the tank around this area with tracers as well. So 2 teams are fighting and shooting at each other. One team did just die. Could be them. Sick. Double sick. Remember, this just fell here, bro. People are gonna be looking in this area. So check on our teammates, see what Kickflipper's doing. Also, guys, if you hold down the plate button, it'll automatically pop both plates. You don't have to sit there and hit it again. Just fun fact. Remember, we did see the enemies over here. I don't think they did. We're going for a tank play. We are going for a tank play. We're going to smoke it so they don't see the tank coming out, even though it's making a fuck ton of noise. Love it. Good shots. Great shots. JF getting kills. Kickflip getting a kill. Let's go over to Kickflip, see what he's into. He's putting a different angle on the enemies. So 2 teams were still in that building. We're now down to 5 teams. Nice. Oh, brother, that sucks. You hate to see it. All right, look at the tracers and where your teammate's shooting at. Brother. Kill this man. This is the first time we spectated tank gameplay. Not really much strategy you can do with it except hit your shots. One more, just kind of sit here and commentate it. So there's 4 enemy teams left. I assume there's a guy in here. We've got the team that's in the building we were just shooting at. We might be able to catch people coming out of this building as well. And look, we've got a ping from our teammate right here on the mini map. I would assume that's a ping from our teammate. A lot of people don't like tanks in this game. Brother, you gotta pop that head down when you see that fucking flare. When you see that trail of smoke, dive. I really don't mind the tanks in here. It sucks to run into, but there's a lot of ways you can take them out. There really is. It's going to be an ending that's going to be very, very unique. I almost kicked us out the game. It's going to end outside the building. Now, it may rotate a little bit more and be a double layer. We'll see. I think it's gonna be right there, bro. Now, if you're the enemies in this situation, what do you do? If you're not an engineer with rockets, not much of shit you can do, to be honest. I would say wait for those enemy teams to kill the tank, but they don't seem too worried about it either. That actually might be a... How did you get caught out, brother? Down to the last team. Ladies and gentlemen, things are getting intense. The guy in here is pissing his fucking pants right now. Literally shitting himself. Oh, we're just gonna jump out and try to get active with it. I like it. Endings like this, you really have to. Throw it back! If they're on the roof, dude, what I would have done is left a teammate in the tank and we would come up here and sneak up. Now that we've thrown 19 grenades, they might be looking this direction. Never mind. He's fucking he eats bricks for cereal. Sick. But grenades are coming behind you. Look behind you, homie. All right, we are split off. The enemy is in this area, I would imagine. Doors are open. We hear footsteps. This is where being split up might get you fucked up. You may get the kill, but I'd rather just face push the enemy together. Oh, that mannequin almost scared the fuck out of me. Never mind, your boy JF cleaned his ass up, baby. Into the next game. Look, going off the first video, guys, it just occurred to me. I'm recording this on, what day is it? Tuesday. Yeah. And again, I've been playing Arc Raiders, so forgive me, but did they fix Boom with the update, bro? I just realized bitches be beaming now. All right, starting off with Farakafeller and his girlfriend, Mickey D's. That does Mick Mickey D's. I don't give a fuck what it's supposed to be. That's exactly what it is. And we're in the looting phase, but again, we're not gonna sit here and just dwell on the looting. We all get it. You wanna do objectives, do other things, level up, blah, blah, blah. Let's jump into the action. Wait, Mickey D's might be getting active with his crouch walking. I'm gonna say the same thing I say in every BR that I've ever coached. Crouch walking 99.9% of the time is not the way. You might think that the enemies don't hear you, but plot twist, the audio in this game sucks anyway. But even if it didn't, just move. Rule of everything is holy. I don't know why he keeps crouching. He's like, I don't want to get my head picked off, but I mean, look at the openness, bro. You make me want to gouge my eyes out with a spork. Someone is landing on us. I don't know why we did that, to be honest. Someone's landing on us right now. We have objectives to do, and our teammate is nowhere near us. So I fully anticipate Mickey D is getting his shit pushed in. Will crouch walking save him, though? Pat, we'll see if I'm right or wrong. Let's go back to the one we already looted. Love it. Damn it, Mickey D's. You weren't crouched. Now we'll never know. Meanwhile, Farakafella's out here about to blowtorch the whole building down. Look at this. I don't even know if he realizes his teammate's dead, to be honest. I don't think he does. We've got a gunfight happening in here. Someone just landed on top of us, so I would assume, again, 3 teams. Maybe not, might be 2, but I'm going to assume 3 teams. It's incredible. Right, you see some shit. I've seen a lot of crazy shit in my almost decade of coaching various BRs. This one brings a whole nother level to it. Well, I wouldn't say it's worse, it's just different. He's like, I don't know if I want maybe this gun, maybe that. That one's blue though, but this one has a cool camo on it, so I don't really know. It's blue. That one's got kind of a cool camo on it too, though. Should I level up my sniper? Nah, fuck that. We don't even have a sniper. Let's get this again. All right, fuck it. We're going with it. You got to teach yourself how to be fast and concise with making decisions. You have to. If you guys freeze up on making decisions, look, you're better off making the wrong decision in this game and dying, that way you can learn from it, than not making a decision at all. Because if you don't make a decision, you can't really correct what you did or didn't do because you didn't make a decision. You kind of just aimlessly wandered. So maybe you're going in the next game like, I just died because I walked. The right mindset. So for instance, we've got teams here. A decision I would make is let's push the fuck out these dudes. I would have done that 5 minutes ago. If we died, I might be like, well, shit, in this fighting situation, this happened. Maybe I should have done this instead. However, here we are trying to decide if we should Windex these motherfucking windows above us or not. And yeah, our teammate backed out. Granted, Mickey D was nothing special, but I don't blame him. Now remember, there are teams here. We just broke a window. We're gonna slow float our ass off to a vehicle and drive around. Now we see this a lot. This is almost a reoccurring theme in our videos. You get in a car, drive around, no idea where you're going. You hop out, team there, you die. Let's see if that fits this video at all. But for those of you guys who are watching the videos because you love them, thank you. For those of you guys that watch the videos because you love them and you don't even play Battlefield, double thank you. I will be posting a mix of Battlefield and Warzone videos on the channel. I don't know if I'm gonna start Warzone now or if I'm gonna wait till the new one drops in 30 months, but we'll see. Just depends on how I feel. I'm still trying to figure out how to spectate quads without dominating a whole team. I just don't think it's possible. We might have to just kill our whole team off. Get them in a chopper off rip and just fly them out of bounds. Okay, he's trying to make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs right here. Look at this. We have loadouts dropping in, and we're just gonna say fuck that. And yeah, all right. Shoot him. Switch your gun, bro. It's your chance. Now, before anyone's like, savage, and being a dick, stop making fun of people, let them have fun. This ain't fun, bitch. You can look at this and be like, oh, he's having a blast. I kind of envy you. If you can have fun doing that, I really envy you. Quick message. Fun game. Let's see if he gets that. Quick message. Ready to lose. I think he's reading them. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. My man said, you know what'll be fun on Veterans Day? I'm off of school. Let's get in a fucking car and just drive. Forza? Fuck Forza, bro. Have you ever played Battlefield REDSEC? Way better driving physics. Oh no. He found a house. Oh, here comes the crouch walking again. Look at this. Why? Okay, look, no shots. Someone let me know in the comment section below why you crouch walk in this game. I'm not gonna make fun of you. I really am not. I just want to know the different mindsets and different reasoning. Obviously, so enemies don't hear you, but obviously there's no one here. I feel like he has a mission. I feel like that in his head, there's a task he's trying to accomplish, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh no, he's gonna do the bathtub play, watch. Oh, on the sink. All right, cool. What's even more enjoyable about this is they have no idea anyone's spectating them at all. If you know Farakafeller 88, you were born when I was born. There's no excuse for this. None. And look, dude, we're picking fun, we're making fun, but at the end of the day, guys, the reason why I'm trolling this guy to oblivion is because I want you guys to know this is, you should never. I just got kicked for inactivity. Look, but again, at the end of the day, as I was saying before we were really interrupted, you do not want to play like that because it's not going to benefit you at all. Not in the short term, not in the long term. It's not fun. And if anybody's watching is like, that's fun. I love sitting in the bathroom with a shotgun. Maybe I'm the idiot. All right, so moving on to Degloot Noor and Sammer Banana. Look, all jokes aside, speed and momentum. I know that sounds like a Dr. D reference, but I mean, honestly, it's true. Speed and momentum is what you need in this game. You have to. Whether it's positioning, pushing fights, running from fights, getting reses, no matter what you're doing, you want to do it with some haste. Loot. Get your objectives done. Even if you're not doing objectives, go get your position. Go rotate. Go get in fights. The problem with slow gameplay isn't the fact that it's not fun to watch, which it isn't. It's not the fact that it's not fun to play, which it isn't. The slow gameplay, the reason why it's more detrimental than anything is because if you get in a gunfight against a decent team, which you will, they're going to have fast gameplay. Their decisions are going to be made a lot faster than you in real time in a gunfight under pressure. Most people just in situations like this can't make decisions on what they want to do. Should we loot? Do I need this gun? This gun? Should I go here? Should I go here? Should I fight this? Should I not? Whereas in real-time combat, you really have to have your decision-making ability on point if you're going to be expected, or if you're going to expect to win some fights. Okay, in that situation there, the guy's down. You can either A, push over here to flank and get, no, yeah, don't execute, get the kill. Oh yeah, we're dead. Or B, you could go down there and res your teammate because you know his teammate's going for the res. Either decision I'm good with, just make the decision. Now, again, going into decision making in that fight, he's one tap, no plates, a thin sliver of health, probably 5-10% of health, and he decides to cook a nade and peek with it. You know the enemy's holding the angle. You know he is. He's either holding the angle or he's pushing your shit in. Either way, when you peek, you're dead. So what do you do in that situation? Well, you either A, change position slowly, allow your health to regen. If you have plates, obviously pop them. And then you can reassess the fight. Do I hear the enemy's footsteps? If so, is it a decent position for me to push? That right there, I mean, I respect him trying to fight it out, but you're better off just keeping your gun and trying to get the shot off. I have no idea what the enemy's health was like, what Deadly Merc's health was like. But he was definitely weakened. Before we went for the execute, we got shots off on him. But anyway, moving on to Deadly Merc and McNutter, who might be a little bit more together. But going back to the point, we saw right there, decision-making just really wasn't there. The outplay ability. So if you run into a team like me or like anyone you can think of that's good at the game, if we get in a 2v2 or 4v4, we're going to be able to react faster than you, assuming you play like this. Mid-fight, if you're coming at me head on and me and my teammate instantly are like, fuck it, let's split, let's pinch them, let's confuse them, we'll be able to do things like that. If we end up getting third-partied, we'll be able to make a decision quickly. Can we win this fight and then bail out? Do we need to bail out now? Things like that. Whereas if these players get in fights and they get third-partied, they either A, just commit to the fight and die regardless, or B, panic and die. I say all of that to say, guys, look, when it comes down to the simplest thing, what gun do I want? Where do I want to loot? What do I do now? Make a decision. Become a decisive player. It will help you. So many people are afraid to make wrong decisions. And this is life advice too, boys and girls. So many people are afraid to make decisions that it ends up hurting in the long run. All right, so we've got a lot happening over here. We've got 35 enemy teams left. We do not have our loadouts yet. Again, people might not have their loadouts because they're not leveled up. I get that, but keep an eye out for them bitches to be dropping. So what do you do right now? Again, we talked about earlier. You want to level your thing up. You want to get money. You want to get plates. What? Oh, not money. Sorry, Warzone enemy. You want to get plates. You want to get ammo. You want to get new guns, different things. You have to actively loot. Now, buildings like this, I'm not a massive fan of. I don't like looting massive buildings like this. One, there's not many crates. I mean, there's a lot, but most of the rooms are empty. It's big as fuck. So it's going to take you a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes to loot this whole building for what? 10 crates, maybe 20. I doubt it. Whereas opposed to areas like this, you can probably just hit crates really quickly. It's like this in Warzone as well, dude. Big buildings, I'm not a fan of when it comes to looting. I want to loot small buildings, get in, get out, move on to the next one. Also, the fear factor of this too. There's a lot of places people could be camping, a lot of places people can push you, a lot of places people can land on you. And it's a great place to get third-partied. I hear a drone. Is that our teammate? Nope. Footsteps too. We got another one, I think, below us. Might be another team here. Again, our team is not together. Our dude bleeds out. Oh, he dies. Yeah, was another guy under us. So those two guys are up there. This guy came from under. So we have, again, two teams here. You don't know where they're at. You get picked, but you're not together. You're not together. You have to play together, guys. Is he going to land on a redeploy? Fuck no. It's right there, too. Unfortunate. Look, he lands in at Mach 5. Doesn't scan, doesn't look around. We're blind. We have no idea if people are here. And he didn't land on the actual redeploy. To be fair, if people are here, they're going to be going for this. And if you're the teammate, I hate when people spam pings, but I'd be spamming the shit out of this. Now look, at this point, we would have already had our teammate back. At right this second, he would be flying back in. We'd both be grabbing our loadout if they have it, and we could be moving on. Very curious to see if another team here comes for that loadout. This starts going off, and like, oh fuck, loadout and free kill, sick. And then we're easy pickings. And this area can get fucking wild too. One thing I do like is that you can win the game with loot like this. You don't have to get your loadout to win the game. It definitely makes it easier, but you don't have to. All right, Deadly, keep on keeping on, big dog. All right, so we're finally getting our loadout. We're calling it a tank right now. It does look like it's going to be more of a north ending around the radar dishes. And again, people think if they get a tank, like they're basically safe. It's very easy to take out a tank. Obviously, the enemy team needs to have the right equipment, but it's not impossible. Enemies flying in. Guys, you really need to lock in your sensitivity. All right. You really need to lock in your sensitivity. What the fuck is happening here, bro? He's stuck. No way. Oh, they're dead. The gunner is definitely dead. Oh, he jumped out last second. There is a guy back here. We saw him when we were mounting the crate. I think he might have saw him too. Looks like he's looking for him. Yeah, I don't know where he is. He might have made a run for it. Yeah, there. You see his head. All right, something. Nutter has eyeballs. I respect the attempt. I'll never make fun of a sniper for missing shots. I don't give a fuck how bad they are. If they're really bad, I will, but I'll never make fun of them most of the time. So we're getting active with it. We've allowed the enemies to know we're here by taking that shot, so we need to approach this with caution. Not a lot of separation between us and our teammate, so it's not too terrible, but if he busts through his door first and there's enemies in there, there's a good chance he might get clapped. When you're clearing staircases, you really want to clear them as you're going up. Just running in there and turning without looking up the stairs, very dangerous. Oh, so it ended up going away from the north radar towers, and it's coming to us. Very interesting. Enemies are coming up. You hear the zip line. They don't hear the zip line at all. Oh, they have a sensor dart. You hear it. I guess it's the enemy, so they know we're up here. Good shots from the enemy. No way we're sitting up here with no plates. There's no shot we camp here to camp where we don't have plates. Brother. Ah, all right. Good on the teammate for sparing some, but again, we're still in a situation where we don't want to be in. Now look, they will inevitably be pushed off of here, and when they are pushed off, they will die. Obviously, if no one's looking, they'll probably be fine, but the odds of that are very low. And they could zip to the rooftop. Might be their only bet, but it's still hella slow. Look at that. Does he have a bomb on it? Aww. Where are you going? Deadly Merc getting, I wouldn't say beamed by the enemy, but definitely shot by him. Enemy does push up here. Oh, sniper on the hill. Way the fuck out. You see the glint. Oh, there's two of them. Your boy Mugnutter done, son. That's what you get for camping the top. Stab him in the chest. Now, Deadly crouch, just chilling. He could get an easy kill right here. Very easy. All right. Aim a little questionable, but you know what? You locked it in. You got the kill. I respect it. Do we have any redeploys left? One. And there's two people fighting over it. This thing just come right back? These things really respawn? No shot. Low key. Oh. Hey, you're dead. The panic. The panic. Knife the fence and get out of there. Knife the fence. Get out. Oh my god. You think that smoke's gonna last forever, big dog? Run! I might be like, Savage, if you didn't knife the fence, you would have died to that team. Obviously, there's a team back there, but you're gonna die regardless. Whether it was from that guy, which I didn't think it was. I thought this dude would kill him. But you have a better chance of knifing, getting the fuck out of the open, and trying to play your life. I mean, if you would have done that, it would have been a 1v1 fight. And if you would have won that, guess what? Ding, 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 ding. Moving on to your boy Ace Don and Coot. Go and get it. Whatever the fuck that means. 7 teams left. We've got the team on the hill with snipers. Very interesting. They're vulnerable because they don't have much cover. To be fair, I don't 100% know the terrain up here. There might be little ridges they can hide behind. So if there are any snipers in this game, I'd be fucking taking them bitches out. Team on the hill right now is not bad, but again, look, it's gonna be pushing them off as well. This is not a spot to hide in. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Your feet are vulnerable. You're vulnerable from both sides. You're gonna get pushed. I don't know why people think they have to sit inside buildings. Really don't. Look where center circle is, right? You want to be bouncing. There might be teams in here, but guess what? You're gonna have to go there anyway. So like, oh, Savage, I don't wanna go in here because I'll get shot from a camper. Plot twist, you're gonna have to anyway. It's just, you're delaying the inevitable. And if you do it now, you don't have to worry about fighting the circle. So again, push in, clear right, clear left. Start pre-planning your rotation. Where do you want to be at? Let's not be super focused on loot. I know he needs ammo, but that obviously is not ammo. Hey, did he just throw out a bag too, didn't he? I might be drunk. Yeah, he did. Maybe does that say that says 0, right? Yeah. Maybe it's a glitch. All right, so look, let's get back to strategy. When you're in a spot like this, if you want to stay fine, whatever, but you want to be scanning. Bounce to the back door. See if people are coming out of this building coming into yours. Kill them before they do, because if they push your shit in, you're not paying attention, you deserve to die. Also, look at the windows. Scan everything. It's amazing when the circle pushes enemies out, how many people you can catch in the open. Or even if you don't kill them, you can kind of, again, plan your rotation around them. Laying prone is not going to help you, big dog. I mean, he's got no bullets in both his guns now. It's gonna, ooh. 5 teams. This is a very slow ending. Everyone is playing like this. Now, I want you guys to get aggressive, but again, you don't, when it comes to Endgame, I don't mind slowing it down. I definitely think we're slowing down too much. You want to be, again, playing this area, but looking on the hill, looking over here, because there's so much openness that people have to rotate to. You can really clean up the map, maybe even win the game based off bad rotations. Again, we saw the mortar strikes. So even though they didn't see the snipers from when our last team we were spectating, you know that someone's up here because of that mortar strike that happened. But again, no intel being given, just laying here praying for the best, hoping the teams kill themselves off, which they are. So they still might win. It's not pretty, but they might win. They might pull it off. And that's what bothers me too. We're the only ones with hard cover in about 10 seconds. And when these guys push, if we were peeking, we could kill them. But if they're allowed to push because we're blind, there's a huge chance we die in this fight. Shots going off. We're not even peeking to look. Don't give a flying shit. I'm also worried about over here. I'm not gonna lie. I still think there were people in this building when we rotated without clearing it. Two teams fighting over here, but yeah, I'm again worried about your boy. No one's paying attention to this side. He said, bro, you okay? 4 teams still left. You know this is a duo as of right this second. So 2 duos, 1 guy just died. Now we're down to 3 teams. It could be 3 duos, could be a solo, I don't know. Mortar strike out on the enemy squad in front of us. We might be able to catch this rotate. Brother. You can knife the fences, guys. You can knife the fences. I really want to know what's over here. I'm not gonna lie. I want him to look so badly. I don't know why we're hiding. Again, they may win this game. This might work out, but this is not going to help you in the long run. I'm shocked this team's going to win. I really am. It's basically just because... Okay, so he does have more ammo. It's a glitch. Oh, weird. He can't shoot. Who would have thought, brother? Wait, they win? But regardless, that is not how you play. I mean, you saw how your boy just threw completely and couldn't shoot the broadside of a bar when he got into action. That's what I'm talking about. If they did win the game, it was purely by luck. Can it work? For sure. But you're going to lose 9 out of 10 games, maybe even a worse percentage than that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe today. This is a little bit slower of a video, but goddamn, do not ever play like any of these guys. Ever.